Miles?
Yeah, mate, I'm just starting the stream.
Can you just check the Tiny Ivan's explosive mass because apparently they changed something.
Uh, sec.
The the S-21 rockets on the MiG-15.
Let me look. S21's the explosive mass is 46 kilograms.
Wow, they removed 5 kilograms. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, everybody. Wish I had better news today, but yeah, Gaijin decided that they were going to update the dev server, open it up, and not give me any eagles so I can review things. Fantastic. So yeah, we are actually on the dev server right now. As you can see, M1 Abrams is going to be after the MBT-70. But we'll wait. Oh, there's a lot of things that are wrong with this dev server. This is probably what, in my opinion, this is probably the worst dev server yet. There are so many things wrong that it's astronomically bad. In fact, I was thinking of streaming this with the title "The Worst Dev Server Ever." Like, cause it is bad. Like, performance-wise, it's great. I'm not talking about client stability here. I'm talking about like individual like statistics and things wrong. Like there are so many things wrong with this dev server that it is astronomical. Like it is bad. Um, if you're asking for my first impressions, that what a disaster. What a complete disaster this dev server is. Top armor is like 38 millimeters. It's not great. And somebody dropped some bits. Singeli. No Japanese vehicles. Of course. But yeah, this dev server is it's bad. I don't actually own this one, as you can see. I haven't researched it because Gaijin didn't give me any eagles to go over the dev server with. So yeah, we're doing this without owning any eagles. So this will be fun. Um, it's funny they emailed me at about 5 o'clock this morning about the dev server, and they said in the email, if you have received this email, your account has automatically been boosted. Really? Because I'm looking at it right now and there's nothing there. So either they boosted me like 500 golden eagles from my live server account, or they didn't do anything. So yeah, thanks, Gaijin. And now because it's how whatever time it is in Europe. For me it's like about 3 o'clock, but because it's late at night in Europe, nobody's online. Hooray! So yeah. All right, so we're gonna take a look at the Abrams because I just happen to have it pulled up right now. So outer armor doesn't look too good, but that's to be expected because it has composite armor. So I can tell you guys one thing right now: the T-64B will penetrate through the lower plate of the Abrams, but it will not penetrate the turret front of the Abrams. Turret front is immune to the T-64B's base ammunition. Um, So yeah, the stock ammunition on the T-64B will not be able to punch through the turret. I don't know about the upgraded ammunition because I can't view it. Thanks, Gaijin. Stock ammunition though will penetrate the lower plate of an M1 Abrams. That's kind of to be expected though. Oh yeah. Here's the real kicker for me. M735 as stock ammunition. Gaijin, are you high? The M1 Abrams was never equipped with M735. It was equipped minimum with M774 and M833 APFSDS. Oh yeah, and look at the price on each individual shot of this ammunition. Absolutely incredibly high. Look at that. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. Granted, this is the dev server, and I dearly hope that Gaijin changes this. Because, okay, you know what? I'm going to prove this to you guys. I'm not talking out of my ass here. Let's check a source, shall we? Go to desktop. You see, guys? You see what this is, guys? This is the tank gunnery manual for the M1 Abrams. 1st of October, 2001. Let's go to ammunition. Let's see here. So this is just a classification of all the different projectiles. These are projectiles for the 120mm gun. Let's keep going down here. Okay. So, Sabo rounds. These are the 6 105mm Sabo rounds that are currently available for the M1 tank. These are all the rounds that it could fire. Literally every single ammunition type available to the Abrams. Are available to the 105mm gun. However, if we scroll down... actually, I just went right by it. Here is the description in the manual. Here we are. It says here in the manual, M735. I cannot think of a place where they would issue M735. Why would they ever issue M735? You'd have an M833 or M774. Gaijin, what? What are you doing? This is basically going to be a pattern, guys, throughout the stream. I can't... This stream is probably going to end up being relatively short overall. But I don't understand. Why not give it M833? I simply don't understand. However, okay, we'll go and test drive it so people can see. Ammo, will we be charged if the ammo gets destroyed from the blowout panels? I don't think so. I don't think they've ever charged people for that. I think they only ever charge you for the ammunition if you shoot it. Also, you guys can see the new engine. By the way, right now I have a FPS cap on. I've got VSync turned on, but I was getting anywhere between 130 to 150 frames on the new engine. This is a completely stock M1 Abrams. This has no upgrades on it whatsoever, and you can see it's quite maneuverable. Why the 105 is better pen than the Charlie's 120? Because the Challenger's 120mm gun is the same gun that's on the Chieftain Mark 10. There's no difference. See here? Quite maneuverable. Going on the dev server, yeah, on the dev server, you have to, if you don't have access to a shit ton of Golden Eagles, then you have to grind for it. You guys can also see the new effects. Here's a T64. Let's get the range here. Wow, that is taking a long time to get the range. 700 meters. Upper front plate of T64B. No pen. No pen. Now it's at an angle, you say? Okay. Let's back up. Oh yeah. They seriously messed up on this one. Not giving the M1 Abrams M833 is a bit of a travesty, in my opinion. No pen. Oh, well, we got the cannon breach. But that's pretty much nothing new. No pen. Lower plate you can pen, though. I know that. You can penetrate the lower plate, but that's only because there's no composite armor behind it. Again, stock. I wish I could show you guys more ammunition, but blame Gaijin for not giving me the tools to do so. So yeah. Gonna show off some more mobility. Base armor affected by slope? Yes. You see it's quite mobile. I mean, even stock is at least that. Also, you guys can see this little ammunition loading thing. And if here, let me stop the tank for a moment. If you see, once that thing completes, it adds another ammo. It adds another round back into the ammo rack. This is a new feature for the patch. Ready racks are now going to be constantly refilled when you're not firing and reloading the gun. So loader's going to be taking ammunition from the main racks and reloading the turret ready racks. Some new sounds there. And hang on a second. Let me shoot this tank somewhere where it won't blow itself up. Yeah, guys, M900 really isn't needed for the M1 Abrams. It would just be the... Like, M833 would be perfectly adequate. Also, although it was capable of firing M900, M900 was only ever introduced into service with the U.S. military in 1991. And it would have only been issued to the M1 IP. By then, the M1s were... I'm pretty sure most of the M1s in service were upgraded to the M1 IP standard. Or M1 improved standard. Oh, M735 doesn't have any issues there. Stock can pen all the tank... well, not from the front. I mean, you could penetrate the lower plate of a T-64B, but that is a very small target to hit. And he doesn't... And the stock penetration on the T-64B will pen the lower plate. It will not pen the turret front of the M1 Abrams. Oh, also, if you fire a round on the T-64B and you shoot the optic here, the splash from the fragments goes through and kills the gunner and the commander and possibly sets off the ammo rack. So nice beam game. Now T-64A, this is already in the game. M735 does pen T-64A. We knew that. So let's test out the reverse speed. Pen the Abrams turret as well as the Challenger. Okay, well, I mean, I'd like to show you guys that, but Gaijin didn't give me any Eagles, so. Here's the reverse speed. 40 kilometers an hour. Quite nice, and this is stock, by the way, guys. This is not upgraded. This is quite good. Guys, the heat rounds are no different to the current heat rounds in the 105. Having a 105mm gun kind of restricts the diameter of the heat shell, which is really what determines penetration. So if they wanted more penetration on the Heat FS round, they have to go to a bigger gun. So the penetration on the Heat FS is the exact same as, say, the M60 or the M60A1. So there isn't really anything else here. It's not that I can show you. Yeah. But yeah, this is the 105, and the 105 doesn't have any greater pen for the heat shell. When will this update come out? Probably this coming week. It's my guess. I mean, I can look at all of the new vehicles, like I can test drive them and take a look at their stats and so on. But I can't take them out into a battle. And I can't show you the upgrade, and I can't show you guys the upgraded version because, as you can see, 679 Golden Eagles is not really going to cover all that. We'll do another quick stat look over the M7, over the M1 Abrams. If you guys want to take your screenshots, go on ahead. So, here is the M774 APF SDS. Have you heard the M163 yet? Yeah, we'll go through and look at all the sounds collusion. So like they've redone a bunch of the sounds for all the tanks, and all the ground forces have new sounds. But we'll get to that later. So yeah, if you guys can see all the stats for this, so there you go. All right. Next up, Leopard 2K. So, like I said in my video about it, it's not going to be very well armored. And the only sort of quote unquote composite armor it has is just some spaced armor on the side of the turret, and even then, it's not very good. And I imagine this this equivalent armor protection is really only from the front, and it's probably only like on these areas right here. So don't expect to be taking any hits in the Leopard 2K. Engine on it is quite powerful, although stock it's 1327, upgraded it's going to have 1500 horsepower. So just know that the 1327 horsepower right there, know that all of these vehicles that I'm going to be looking at right now are stock, unless Gaijin decides to give me the Eagles between when I started the stream and when I end it. This is an 8.7 vehicle for whatever reason. I don't know why it is, but whatever. It does not get DM13 stock, it gets the DM12, but as you can see, this being the Rheinmetall 120mm smoothbore, 650mm of penetration with its heat shells. So, yeah, 1.77 advancing bias, yeah, pretty much. You guys can see, HFS. And then AP FSDS. Now here's the thing. This penetration is completely wrong. So take the DM13's penetration with a grain of salt, because this is just copy pasted from the Challenger, or from the L23 AP FSDS on the Chieftain Mark 10. So this is completely wrong. The penetration is far higher than this. So
about 60 millimeters.
Yeah, about 60 millimeters. So Heat FS is your stock ammunition. However, it's not horrible. The Heat FS is actually pretty darn good, so we'll just go into the test drive.
Fun fact, it's the only tank round which is able to penetrate the current T-64B from the front.
Yeah, T-64B actually has, what is it, like 50 millimeters more armor than it should have?
No, or what it's currently like 480? It should be around 400 against kinetic.
Yeah.
So it's like 80 millimeters too much armor.
Leopard 2K has a similar chassis and a turret to the early production Leopard 2. No, the Leopard 2K
No.
is a completely different vehicle from the Leopard 2.
Okay, look,
They're
just
similar
let me.
only in name.
Yeah. The Leo 2K, as Mars already stated in his DevBlog chat, originally had the designation Kampfpanzer Keiler. That was while we Germans were still bound into the MBT-70 contract with the US, which prohibited us to design and own MBT. We were basically forced to have the same MBT as the US. After we, in that time, Porsche was contracted to work on improvements on current Leopard 1 variants, and that was basically the Kyler. After we dropped out of the MBT-70 program, we redesignated the Kyler to the Leopard 2K program because, yeah, well, we still need a new main battle tank. Let's just base the new thing on the Kyler, while well, the Leo 1s later received a similar turret because the turret arm was actually tested on the Kyler first, and then later issued to 1A3 and 1A4. But yeah, what we actually see here is just a very heavily modified Leo 1. It has literally nothing in common with the 2AV except of the gun and the engine. That's all.
Hell, the engine is actually closer to the engine used on the MBT-70.
Yeah, but that's the same engine as we later have on the Leo 2.
I thought it was a different. I thought it was a different vehicle or a different engine.
No, MTU power pack. It's basically the same thing.
Just a
That
new
developed out of it.
Just drop something there, Axel? What the fuck?
Yeah, well, I don't have to clean those dishes. Fuck.
They just got another Leopard 1? Well, yeah, that's basically all the Leopard 2K is, but,
But. Yeah,
you get a
With a
20mm
bigger gun.
autocannon, and a far better gun. I mean, again, penetration, 650 millimeters.
Yeah.
I mean, with a stock shell, that'll penetrate any tank in the game. Without any issues.
Okay, fun fact. I think Gaijin said that the M833
Uh-huh.
was problematic to be introduced to the game because it's depleted uranium. I think they fucked up because the M774 is also depleted uranium, so it's just a shitty excuse, in my opinion.
Yeah, they were just trying to make up excuses so that the M1 Abrams wouldn't be able to penetrate T-64B stock. That's my guess. But yeah, this tank is the Leopard 2K. Yeah, it doesn't have any armor, but it's going to be very, very mobile. I mean, this is stock, and it's quite mobile already. It's going to be extremely mobile, and it's going to have the best gun in the game. I would say.
Yeah.
It's probably the best gun in the game.
Well, if not fixed, then yes.
I mean, if especially if they fix the APFSDS.
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah.
I mean, it will have the best gun in the game. Because this is the Rheinmetall smoothbore, but this is the pre-production model, and on the production model they cut off some of the material here on the end of the barrel, and then you get the distinctive shape that you have today. But this is just the pre-production variant, so it has extra material on the end. Leopard A1A1 got DM23? Yeah, it did. I'll go and pull that up right now.
Let me just check on ammunition because somebody asked if the L23 was depleted uranium. I think it was not. Let me
I don't
just
think
check.
it was. I think it was tungsten.
Um,
I don't think they went to depleted uranium until they went to like L26, which was Jericho.
no, well, it was
Yeah.
yeah.
DM-23.
Jericho was the designation for the Tram 1 or Jam 1
Oh, that's
with
right.
the smaller charge, so the fucking L11 wouldn't bust.
Yeah.
Let me just
For the
check.
sake, M1's turret should be 450 to 470 millimeters effective, not 380 millimeters. I can't say
Wait a
for sure.
sec.
I mean, if I'll take your word for it, but
Which one?
the M1 Abrams.
400 against kinetic.
Yeah. Also the heat rounds, also the turret on the M1 Abrams was supposed to withstand, according to the researchers that I've been talking to, the M1 Abrams during trials, the XM1 especially, was asked to have a turret that was able to withstand the M3 Carl Gustav or the M2 Carl Gustav heat rounds, which is about 400 millimeters. But I mean, I'm not going to say no to extra armor against heat rounds. But yeah, you can see here DM-23 is finally on the Leopard A1. So
okay, the L23 had a tungsten nickel copper penetrator, so no, it's not depleted uranium.
okay. So yeah, Leopard A1 is going to get a new lease on life this patch with the L7, or with the DM-23. Try to say L23.
Yeah.
How much does it cost? Oh god, 1,600 credits. 1,600 credits a shot that is painful. And that, wow, it just occurred to me they just reduced the heat FS cost as well to compensate. I'm sorry, Gaijin.
That's not how this works.
What the fuck? 1,600 credits a shot. Are you high, Gaijin? Are you high? What? No. Just no. No. Bad Gaijin. Bad Gaijin.
Back into
No.
the corner.
There's no reason for that. Absolutely none. There is absolutely no reason for that. Especially when DM-13 costs 410. There is no reason. Absolutely none. No.
Well, the M900 round is used on the M1 IP, so not on the M1 version we have in game.
Even on the M1 Abrams, that's not. No. Just no.
No.
Okay. So T64, we'll take a quick look at it real quick.
Do it.
Okay. Yeah, T64B probably going to be the if nothing changes between now and when the server comes out, this will be the best tank in the game.
Well, if they're not fixing it, yeah.
Yeah, if they don't fix anything on the T64B,
Yep.
You know, reduce its armor protection as it to historical levels, then yeah, this will be the best tank in the game.
Yeah, but then I will quit the fucking game.
Well,
Hands down.
I will seriously consider it as well, honestly. If
Gaijin
does not fix this shit, I will probably boycott this next patch.
Dude, I'm a top tier. I'm a top tier only player. It's a kind of joke if you can basically tank every single shell in game.
So yeah, it says 480 millimeters here, kinetic energy, and 480 millimeters against chemical. I kind of doubt that's the case. But what this effectively means is that the T64B is immune to pretty much almost all kinetic energy rounds out there. Except for the upgraded ammo types. Yeah, M735 has zero chance of penetrating this thing, as we already saw. The turret is actually less armored. So, you're way better off getting through the turret than you are, anything else. So, good luck there.
And there was much rejoicing.
What more Abrams to get over yourselves? Dude, I'm a German. I could care less about the fucking Abrams than anything else. It's just the point that all those tanks are broken as fuck. If you can't accept that, you feel free to leave the fucking stream.
If you don't like my commentary, you don't have to be here. That's simple. Alright, so, 3BM22. So here's your stock ammunition. It boggles my mind that this vehicle can get this kind of penetration. Alright, so yeah. It boggles my mind that this vehicle
not you. That guy.
Oh. It boggles my mind that this vehicle can get this kind of penetration. Yet they can't give the DM23 its proper penetration. Okay. Here is the ATGM, 650 millimeters. That was to be expected. The NM1112.
Yeah.
No surprises here, as far as the penetration goes for the missiles, so on.
Problem with the L23 we have in game right now is that you don't find any reliable data on the L23 itself. Most of the data flying around on the internet is L23A1, which is again a different shell. You can even see that on pictures. So if you have real documents only for the L23, feel free to make a bug report.
Yeah, please send it to Gaijin because they're looking for that stuff. So we'll check out the mobility here first of the T-64. And there's an M1 Abrams out there that we can test on with the stock ammunition. Again. Yeah, I assume that the Bagel Panzer got a new toe. Thank you for reminding me, actually.
Finally, the thing is kind of usable.
I mean, the toe wasn't bad before.
Yeah, but not against top-tier MBTs from the front.
You also notice that on the dev server, because of the new TAA rendering, everything just looks a little bit softer. I don't know how I feel about that yet. I kind of prefer the harder textures, I think, but it's not bad by any means.
Well, the flickering of the trees got finally removed, so
that's true.
Thank God of that.
And I can confirm that even with the new Dagor engine, the performance has not decreased. If anything, it's gone up significantly. And I think it might just be because it's taking advantage of the new hardware better than the old engine was. No, my FPS has gone up significantly. I put a cap on it at 60 frames per second. But I was getting anywhere between 130 to 150 on the test range here. And I imagine in battle it would probably be close to 80 or 90.
You locked your FPS because of recording?
Yeah, just so I can maintain, just so I'm not worrying about potential screen tearing. I wasn't really getting much in the way of screen tearing, if any. But I just wanted to make sure. I'm using a GTX 1060. So, I'm running a GTX 1060 with a Ryzen 5 1600X processor. I think it's I think I'm running it right now at like 3.8 gigahertz. So, yeah, if that's the kind of performance that I can get, then somebody with a even an intermediate PC will just, they will have frames for days.
Titan XP Empire Edition.
Oh man, like that was a bad shot.
What did you guys expect from the Challenger one, dude? It's not like it's a wonder tank in real life.
Its combat losses are the lack of combat losses are more down to the tactics and the high training of its crews, rather than
Yeah.
rather than the vehicle itself. The Challenger 1 is not a bad tank, by any means, but it's not the super tank that everybody makes it, that all the Brits make it out to be, and all the Teeaboos make it out to be. I'm sorry, it's not. Neither is the Abrams.
I love the people on the forums, but we're not worried because of the lower front plate. It has composite armor, and I was like, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
no.
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, shoot the HE of the T64 at like the driver's edge of the M1. See what happens.
Okay. First I want to show the stock. This is the stock ammunition on the T64B. And it will not penetrate the turret of the Abrams. Back in here. So what's the distance here? Probably looking at like 500 meters, is my guess. Oh, 400. Okay. So at 400 meters. A pen.
It's not where a boo, but where a boo. I'm seriously triggered.
Now that one penetration that I got there was because I hit the turret ring. If you hit the turret ring on the M1 Abrams with like even an Object 906, you'll punch right through. But if you hit the gun mantlet, it does go through because the gun mantlet there is weak. And you can see there goes the blow up panels in the back of the turret and lower plate.
While I'm not recommending to quote Steel Beast ammunition charts from the wiki, there's still like 10 to 15% off the real values. It's either spread it up or down, so we not really know that, but it's still better than what we have right now in game.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna fire an HE round at the M1.
Yeah, well, the problem is, and then kind of understand that we've kind of found documents which are stating that the Leo 2AV armor protection is on par with the real M1, so not the shitty excuse we have right now in game, like the fixed one, if it would be fixed. So you would give the Germans basically mobility, armor, and firepower, and that's why I think Gaijin didn't give us the 2AV in this patch.
Or the 2, for that matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, the HE seems to be very effective, at least killing the driver and setting it on fire from the front. There goes the yeah. There goes the blow-up panels.
Boop.
You think the new German Tier 6 will be useful at its BR? Oh yeah. If anything, it's too low of a BR. The Leopard 2K can punch through the T64B with its stock ammunition at any range.
Yeah, but its upgrade ammunition is completely trash against it. GG.
Yeah. The DM20.
DM13.
The DM13 APFSDS is right now on the dev server is a straight copy paste from the Challenger and the Chieftain.
Dude, even if it would be fixed, it would gain like to its current state top 60 millimeters of penetration, which is still not enough to punch through the upper front plate of the T64B.
Nope. Hey, at least the Leopard's stock ammunition or the 2K stock ammunition is more than capable of killing anything it sees. That's all I can say. So
Do you remember that we still haven't seen the T64BV yet?
yeah,
I tell you, Gaijin is pulling that ace out of their sleeve, yeah. When too many T64Bs getting killed, bam! Instant upgrade. You activated my trap card.
yeah. Okay. And now for all the Teeaboos to start crying.
Oh yeah, the trash can.
All right. Yeah. What did I say? Oh, is that a lower plate of 70 millimeters with no composite armor behind it? Oh, well. Well.
Oh, dude, wait. Look straight from
Called
the
it.
front. Stop. Look straight from the front.
Ah.
And then basically look the entire gun X, yeah? So driver's hedge up to below the gun, up right above the gun, because above the gun there's only 60 millimeters of armor. That's
Yeah.
it.
Guys. I told you. Curb your challenger. Curb your Teeaboo-ness, guys. Challenger is not a super tank. But yeah, is that a lower plate that's completely unprotected? Oh man. It's gonna be a bad day for Teeaboos.
I was calling
I-
it on the forums. I
I
was
ca-
calling it on the forums.
We called this so hard, and of course all the Teeaboos were like, no, it can't be that. No.
Yeah, look, that part above the gun is only 60 millimeters.
Yeah, and the side armor is even worse. 45 millimeters of side armor. Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't judge about that because these fuel tanks ate a lot of incoming fire, just like we saw on the 1st April event on the Leo 2s, because we have a similar layout for our fuel tanks.
Will it be good hold down? Oh yes, it'll definitely be great hold down, but that's really what it's supposed to do.
But
This is
if you
simply an update. This is all this is an upgraded chieftain in terms of practical use.
that was it. What was it supposed to be in real life as well?
Right. It was supposed to be a far
An
more
upgrade-
mobile and far more reliable.
Yes. The main changes were done with the Challenger 2.
Right.
It's sad, but it's true. Oh yeah, what's the repair cost?
What's the repair cost? That's actually a good question.
Yeah.
6,500. That's actually not bad.
Okay.
6,500 is okay. That's hell. There are tier
Stop.
4s that are even higher than that. Yeah, the Centurion Mark III at 6.7 is a 6,485. The Carnarvon is 8,000. This is 6,500. So don't worry your little heads about the repair cost. And believe me, you'll probably need it. with how many people are gonna fucking drive this thing like a complete dumbkopf. Oh yeah, I should look at the ammunition.
Stop. It's not missing chopper armor around its lower plate. It never had anything there.
No, it never had anything there at all.
And we don't have the L23A1, we have the L23 in game, so get your facts straight. Jesus.
Alright, so here it's using the same stock ammunition. Although the Chieftain, the APDS L15A3 did get buffed a little bit. So now it will actually at least penetrate the upper front plate of a T10M.
It goes through the upper front plate of the T64A as well.
Yeah. You can use the stock ammunition, the APDS, on all the other chieftains against top tier. And neither of the T64s has any composite armoring on the lower plate. So this round will penetrate both of the T64s from the front, but you have to hit the lower plate. Also, the turret, I think you might be able to penetrate at close range. At the very least, you'll be able to take out the cannon bridge.
Yeah, but the fun fact is that they're giving it the L15 shot, which the Challenger never had.
I don't know, man. It's the same case with M735 on the Ingrams. I don't know.
Dude, that's the karma. That's for Ruffle stomping all the Tiger 2s over all these months with their full stabilized guns. That's the revenge. That's pure karma.
Here's L23. It's the same as the Chieftain Mark 10. And before all of you start crying about its missing penetration, that's L23A1, not L23. They simply cannot. They simply don't have figures for L23. All the figures out there that are available are for L23A1. So, yeah. Lower plate. Yeah, but even then, the armor package applied to the lower plate of the Challenger did nothing against kinetic energy rounds.
Yeah, that armor package was called Street Fighter, and that was entirely consisting of ERA against RPGs and stuff like that. There was no chop ram armor whatsoever added to the Challenger 1 at the lower front plate. Never.
Yeah, it was mounted on a structural steel frame that even the manuals say is completely fucking useless against kinetic energy rounds.
Yeah.
There's only a steel structural frame there to hold the ERA package. And that's all it is. And even then, shaped charge weapons like the RPG-29 were capable of penetrating Challenger 2. If they can penetrate Challenger 2, and it has happened, don't say it hasn't, because it has. If they can penetrate Challenger 2, then
he's missing a toe.
Yeah, Asuka Driver who's missing half of his foot. If it can penetrate Challenger 2, it can most certainly penetrate Challenger 1. So,
yet
sorry guys.
The problem is the Challenger 1 with the upgrade package is the Challenger 1 Mark III. We have the Mark II in game. Bad.
So yeah, enough talking. Let's go into the test drive. You test on the M60A1 turret at some point. See if Gaijin actually fixed it. Yeah, we can do that. What does Challenger 2 penetrations through the bottom? No, they were through the lower plate. And they were hit by an RPG-29, which has a tandem warhead. With about 600 millimeters of penetration. If a 600 millimeter penetration round, even with a tandem warhead, can get through the lower plate of the Challenger, I mean, I think that says everything right there. You can see this is definitely much more mobile than a Chieftain. Hull Traverse is a little bit slow. Now granted, again, this is stock. This is not upgraded, so it's going to be a little bit more mobile than it is currently. When it's upgraded, it'll probably accelerate a little bit faster. Let's check out the reverse speed.
Would this update make Japan and France non-competitive? Were they ever competitive?
I think the Brennis modification is not bad. I mean, the AMX-30B2 was never a terrible tank. It wasn't a great tank, but it wasn't terrible.
The problem is that also the Brennis is missing ammunition it had because, well, it's depleted uranium.
Yeah. You can say 12 kilometers per hour. That's not bad. 12 kilometers per hour reverse speed is yeah, it's definitely better than the Chieftains. Gun depression, I think it's 10 degrees, isn't it? Yeah, that's got to be 10 degrees. That's not bad either. Question is, does it have it all the way around? Yeah, it looks like it. There's your penetrate, or there's your depression, guys.
Yeah, use it to hide your weak spots.
You know, it just occurred to me that
thoughts on the rumors of the F2 Phantom and MiG-21. I don't know where you got that, but we have the dev server and we have basically all the vehicles on there for this patch, so yeah. There will be no Phantom 2 or 21 this patch.
You know, it just occurred to me that the gun they have on the Challenger on the inside of the tank.
Yep.
It's the old Conqueror gun sound. Let's see if it's outside as
The old-
well.
The old Camper gun.
Yeah, it's the Conqueror gun sound. It's not the L11.
Oh, good. So we improved it.
I mean, granted, the sounds overall in general sound way better. Well, that's interesting. Okay, hang on a second. I want to test something.
The MX30B2 has better APFS even without the depleted uranium. What do you mean with that? Because, yeah, the round we have in game right now is a tungsten carbide core, but the next upgrade shell for the gun, when we have the GIA documents, is already a depleted uranium long rod.
As you guys can see, lower plate, not a problem. But that was never really a problem in the first place, so... This is T-64A. That was more like a lucky penetration than anything else. Alright.
Richard Boxell says, "Hey, many kilometers away. Good to see you alive after the Battlefield Rape Fest. What have you done?"
My good friend Richard and I were playing Battlefield last night. It was bad.
You actually touched an EA product.
Well, I mean, it was on sale. They were selling their $50 premium package for like $13.
Heresy.
It was, for that price, I'll pay for it. For the $50, I'm not gonna fucking pay for it. But yeah, it was bad last night. Oh, also the why does he say HEP? The British didn't say HEP.
What?
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Yeah, he says load HEP.
Load
What?
Okay, U.S. crews have infiltrated
I'm done.
British
I'm
tank.
done.
Guess we have to make the soundboard now for crews as well. Oh fuck. Malstep.
Ugh.
Come back, yeah fuck.
Alright, I'm back. How do you fuck that up? The British never called it HEP. Gaijin! What? I'm speechless. I am literally speechless. Sabo I can understand. HEP? What? The British never called it that. The only people who called it that was America. Everybody else called it hash. Hell, I think even the Germans called it hash.
I
don't know. They may have used it interchangeably. But yeah, the Hesh is no different to what's on the Chieftain. Hell, they're still using the Chieftain Hesh rounds in the Challenger 2. In fact, one of them exploded during a training exercise and killed a couple of the crew because the explosive was so sensitive and out of date.
Yeah, because those rounds were actually still from Chieftains.
Yeah.
They're that old.
Hep hooray. They scream help in the tank. Load help! Please! There's no set release date for the for this update. However, we can probably conjecture it'll come out either this week or next week. Because the dev server usually comes out on the weekend, and it usually follows on the next day, or within the coming week. So yeah. There's Challenger. Oh goody, more tanks I'll never reach. Yeah, if you have that attitude, you'll never reach them. So yeah, those of you guys who are just joining us. Jesus, 924 people.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a nice lower plate you got there. Would be a shame if there's no composite armor.
Okay. I have here the Challenger 1 manual. About the firing systems, and here's like the sub chapter 7-2 projectiles. Shell TK hash L31A7, L43A2 smoke shell, L23A1 APF SDS shell, XL25E1 and XL26E1. And then the L15A5 APDS. So, yeah.
I warned you guys in my video. I said that the Challenger 1 was not going to be the super tank that everybody was claiming it was going to be. And of course all the T-boos in the chat gave me shit for it.
I will post the link on YouTube so everyone can read it for themselves. So, yeah.
So yeah. There's that. There's also a few other things that were changed. Quite a few other things that were changed actually. I haven't tested this yet, but they said they reworked the autoloaders. Let's do the 1390.
Oh yeah. Guess who found the manual for the Challenger 1?
I don't know.
Physic. Of course.
Of course, Physic found the manual. Well, that's certainly way better than it used to be. What the heck? Hey, X, are you watching this?
What?
Look how I can switch between ammunition types now.
Yeah.
And you notice, guys, how it's not like in a clip that it used to be. You can just switch them interchangeably. Well, that's good. I just wanted to check. I just wanted to test that. Does the HEMAX 1390's heat still suck? I'm pretty sure it does. I don't think anything changed as far as heat damage is concerned.
Yeah, it still sucks and it still bounces.
No, just really fast reloaders. I think up to a certain point. I think once you fire the, especially on the 1390s, it's probably not that great of an example. Let's do one with a really low autoloader. Done right.
What about the Magar? Well, what they did to the M48 turrets is they basically finally added the armor plate behind the gun shield, so the turret armor seems to be fixed, but they created like a massive armor hole on top of just like behind the armor shield, the gun shield, So if you shoot like with a big HE shell at the stern of the turret, you disable the complete turret right now. So yeah, it's
Oh,
they
that's
kind of
weird.
fixed it and kind of broke it at the same time.
So you guys can see how it's actually slowing down the reload. If you don't give it time. Yeah, and see how it's reloading another shell into the mag. And then now it should or not.
Ready, wreck.
I don't think it's making a difference, honestly. I'm not sure if this is broken or working correctly. Yeah, the reload is just really fast now.
We checked the
Oh, that's
composite
good.
hour on the Challenger. We already had that.
Yeah, if you guys want to see, if you guys are on YouTube, you guys can scroll back through the stream, and you guys can see the stuff that I was talking about before.
The M60A1 has M60A1 AOS has no APFSDS as far as I know.
Yeah, let me double check. I don't think it does. Nope, no APFSDS for the AOS. Rise still has its APFSDS. Nothing has changed there. Camouflage, right? Have any on it? Can't really see it from here. But there is added steel behind the gun mantlet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a new light winter camouflage.
Show the people the Griffin.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Then again, it's been quite some time since anything for the Germans was added.
Oh yeah,
Drive.
guys, have fun. That thing is nearly on the same battle rating as A80. No, yeah, F52. No, what's the
F-82?
F82? F82. So yeah, prepare to be set on fire multiple times.
And there was much rejoicing.
But I have to say, JD did a very good job on the 3D model of that thing.
Oh yeah, it looks fantastic.
If you look it in the CDK, basically you have those 3 mounting points as well for the Fritz X. So maybe someday we will get the Fritz X added to that thing.
Speedy Death, thank you for the 1 month subscription on Twitch. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, here you go. The M1 Abrams armor and APFSDS rounds underperforming in game compared to real life stats. I think the armor is underperforming.
APFSDS as well.
APFSDS is definitely underperforming. Although it's
Armor
nowhere
not
near,
by much.
although it's nowhere near as high, Axel, as your as the estimates that you found put it.
What?
That you posted quite a while ago on the Beehive server. The estimates.
That was for those rounds. Those rounds. Those were Steel Beast.
Yeah. Steel
And
Beast
again,
is completely off.
Steel Beast is like not completely.
It was very far off from the info
Yeah.
that we've been finding.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, we're looking at probably about three. I think M833 was only barely able to make 400 mils of pen against flat armor.
In real life, no.
Yeah.
No.
Against flat armor. However, against 60-degree angle armor, it was at like 230, the same distance. So if you double that, then you get 460 of effective armor penetration.
Yeah, and
That's about what it should have.
you know that Steel Beast isn't against 90 degrees, right?
Yeah.
and Steel Beast is line of sight, right?
Oh, that would change it then.
So
They said
why
that-
am I?
they said that
why are my
later on-
values off then?
Because I thought those were in 90-degree vertical values, not in
No.
not in line of sight values. Okay.
No.
So yeah, Gaijin has said that later on they plan to update the bomb load for the HE-177, and so I imagine they're probably going to be adding in the Fritz X and the HS2 whatever it's called. I can't remember what.
298
298
I
something
don't
like that.
or 239. I have no idea. I think there was a 9 in it.
As for the
It's
Mystere,
basically a glide bomb.
as for the Mystere 2C, here we are. It gets two 30mm DIFA cannons, so two of the cannons that are mounted on the Vautour, which are effectively just 8-in cannons. 300 rounds, not a lot of ammo. But I mean they are 30mm. And this is the bomb load you can actually carry on it, which is nice. That's the problem that I always hated about the 2C or about the 2A, that you couldn't carry any weapons on it. So this will be a decent aircraft for use in ground RB, I imagine. Yeah, I saw. IL-28 has boosters. We'll get there. I can't show everything at once, guys.
You're not efficient.
Shut up. Yeah, the U.S. also got an F-84G, apparently. Yep. U.S. jet pilots can rejoice. They finally got the F-84G, although I think at this point the F-84's battle rating means that it's going to struggle a little bit. Although I don't really play I don't really play aircraft, so it might not.
German boy, I'm hurt.
You Swabian.
MH33 point blank 90 degrees. Again, those rounds are designed to be more effective against angled armor, because, well, Soviets are using angled armor, than at 90 degrees, so...
Yeah, sloped armor
know.
penetration is far more important than vertical armor penetration. Because generally speaking, the only way to get vertical armor penetration thick enough to, vertical armor thick enough to withstand most ammunition types, would require so much extra weight on a tank that it probably wouldn't even be worth it. And the IL-28 apparently has boosters. Have it added on directly to the... No, I think it's a modification. No? Am I just... Am I high?
No Warthog? No Warthog?
Maymays for the Maymay God.
Apparently, my subscription was taken into account, Kappa.
Go for a test drive.
Hey, Hedabarka, thank you for the prime resub for 2 months.
Go for a test flight. I think those...
It may be deployed on the inside of it.
No. They are at the on the fuselage, but those are just takeoff assistant.
Jeez, I don't even think I
Rocket
have
boosters.
I don't even think I have rocket boosters bound to a button. I gotta check it. I gotta check and see how I could do this. Second, guys. I don't normally play aircraft. Ignite boosters K. Okay, I do have it. Oh, so we do.
Are they attached to the plane?
Yep. They're under the
Yeah.
wings.
Told you.
Oh, and they fall off pretty damn quick. May I add? The boosters are only
Yeah.
on there for a short period.
Yeah, just like in real life.
You use them after takeoff. Well, I didn't fucking know. I'm not a plane guy. You show up on the Tanker YouTube channel and expect me to be competent in aircraft. You are sadly mistaken, my friend.
Wait, you ain't competent at all?
Hey, at least I'm somewhat competent in tanks.
Yeah, I know the A10 no, the A10 Warhawk right now. The Warthog, no, I don't think so. Give it like 2 or 3 more patches. M68-1 doesn't have anything behind it. I just checked. Yeah, we set the M60 turret, not the M68-1.
Yeah.
So basically the M48 turret got fixed because, well, they're selling now an M48. So of course they're fixing it. Hey, it's Gaijin. What did you expect?
Let me restart and use the boosters after takeoff.
The problem with the STC-1 prototype is that it's basically a Leo 2A4 with hydropneumatic suspension and depleted uranium ammunition, so and a 3-second autoloader. So yeah. Why should they fix the heat ammunition? They moved it down in battle rating. Balanced, Tovarish. The Skyhawk, yeah, why not? Skyhawk would be awesome. Annoying little chat with good ordnance load.
And let's raise the flaps here and activate the boosters. Oh wow, yeah, this helps dramatically. And there they go. I don't have the TU-14. I don't have the TU-14T. I'm not anywhere near that because I don't really play aircraft. But it's got the same boosters, from what I'm being told.
The TU-14? Yeah.
So there you go, guys. TU-14 has 4 boosters. Oh, interesting. But what I understand, it's a heavier airplane, is it not? You probably need more boosters to increase the weight. So yeah. Discord/Team speak German? No.
What?
He's Italian.
Me?
Yeah. You're totally Italian, aren't you? Are you not?
Va bene.
Shut up, Pixel. No,
Nine.
no, he's German.
Yes.
/S.
Psst.
Okay, so I guess it's that point in time where I kind of go back through everything. Does anybody want to see anything specific? I can't really do much, unfortunately. I don't really have a lot of eagles. Even though guys would probably be there would be. So.
Oh yeah, the totally balanced LA 200 at 8.0
right.
with that flight performance stock.
Well, I don't have the LA 200. Oh, that's interesting. They moved the LA 174 to the premium area. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll take a look at
we tested the LA 200, right? It accelerates stock in a straight line to 1,100 kph. If you zoom up, you reach 7,000 meters before stalling, and it's maneuverable as fuck. So I have no idea. Yeah, and Gaijin recently buffed the 37mm, so it does actually do more than just nothing. So that thing is just like if it stays like that, just like the Yak 23, completely broken at its BR.
Yeah. LA 200 at 8.0.
I don't think the SPAAs already have radar. Because
They do.
if it's not, do they?
Yep, I tested it. Actually, we'll pull
Uh,
up the CSU.
Yeah, but you need to test it in a battle, not on the shooting range, because on the live servers, on realistic environment, you have like a aim reticle as well.
See here. I gotta put a lineup together. Hmm. Wonder if the no, there are custom battles here, but I don't think they'll be representative. Actually,
Yeah,
we'll do Abrams or we'll do not MBT because I'm
let, let me just check the patch notes.
in the patch notes. They said they had them.
Uh, come on, where is it? There.
Oh yeah, a lot of the U.S. naval aircraft got gun pods, including the PV-2D Harpoon.
Oh,
So yeah, those 850 cals in there, they weren't enough. So we need 12.
hey, Miles, they
Yeah.
already fucked up for SPAAs with radar. ZSU 23-4 Gepard type 87. There's no AMX 30 SPAA, and they added the M163, which isn't really a radar device at all. GG.
This match is about to end anyway.
The
Guys,
side
I did
assistance,
so much for
the
my
si-
team.
The side assistant system in form of the lead indicator used in Marcus has been added. To switch it on, you need to unlock first. You need to lock first pressing select target. Okay.
So can they balance 50 cals in this patch? I
Oh,
People-
PV2D, PV2D.
Yeah, let's show that off.
Okay. If you guys are in dire need of silver lines, I recommend you to fly the PV2D now, and even after the patch drops, because PV2D already has like 850 cals in the nose, yeah, and it gets HVARs and bombs. You can really grind huge amounts of silver lines. In the last 3 days, I grinded like 10 million silver lines. But with the upcoming patch, it gets 2 gun pods, each one housing 2 additional 50 cals. So it ends up with 12 50 cals. You could just go full fighter mode. You get like a bomber spawn with that thing. It's so broken and bullshit.
Apparently the F8F also gets them.
Yeah, the F8F gets them. The SB2C gets them. The Dauntless gets them. Oh, what else? There was something else. Oh, I don't know.
So yeah, just remember, there's always room for more DACA.
Yeah. Dude, we need like the meme, the
So
weapons trader with the
all
weapons
in-
trader from Resident Evil.
Es soll ins
lifting
Bett
it-
morgen muss man arbeiten.
What?
In Lamau guy 2018 told me to tell that to you.
Who has to work?
Just check chat,
Yeah, YouTube or Twitch?
Twitch. All the 50 cals. You still have quite a bit more ammunition in the nose than you do in the gun pods, but all the 50 cals.
Tell the German guy, er soll morgen ins Feld, er muss morgen. Dude, I'm a student. I'm not working at all.
A single fuck was given that.
No, I'm a student. I'm studying car and engine technology.
Smiley face of
Stuttgart.
doom, yeah.
So, yeah, no. Well, I'm earning money by building RC planes and selling them, but yeah, it's not really that I.
And a question: Why is the German guy reading the English patch notes? Because he can read English, and because I'm in the middle of the dev server, and he's not.
Why's
Oh
the
yeah.
German guy reading the English patch notes? Oh, yeah.
Also the Begleitpanzer 57. It got tow missiles. Or it got
The
the
new one, yeah.
improved ITO. Is that what it is? Is it an ITO or TOW 1? I don't know.
So auf der Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein. Heißt das zufällig Erika?
And there was much rejoicing.
Yeah, 630 millimeters of penetration. Improved TOW. Okay.
Yeah,
say.
improved too. It's not a new Apple Pro product, so.
Shit. Throws bank account details at screen.
ITO X
Yeah.
can now take calls.
So yeah.
What the Begleitpanzer? Nee. We never. That was, I think, an export tank, if I recall correctly. We built that for. Oh.
Okay, I'm actually kind of curious as to how well the DM-23 will perform, so I'm going to spend a very limited amount of Golden Eagles.
Oh, boo-hoo.
See how it performs.
And there was much rejoicing.
Because frankly, I'm extremely curious.
Yeah, the Begleitpanzer 57 was actually the idea of the company ThyssenHenschel to fill a market gap of a infantry fire support vehicle. So yeah, it was all well. Main customer would have been the German army, but it was also intended to be exported.
Mega Jew 3.
What?
That is an amazing name. Yeah, the
Mega
Magach.
faggot.
The Magach 3 is it's a pretty decent vehicle from what I can tell. Interestingly enough, though, it has the M60's turret armor on an M48 turret, so. Yeah, you're not going to penetrate the front of a T-64B, that's for sure. Unless you can hit the lower plate. And my stabilizer is going all over the fucking place. Ah! That's a bit of help. Okay, that was at the very bottom. Oh. Open. Well, that definitely a pen, but that's lower plate, so I mean that's to be expected. Yep. You need P-47 20mm gun pods.
Hey, at least you have a few German viewers right now at 1 a.m. Grüßt euch Gott.
It's here. Oh wow. Unfortunately, where I live, getting a German class is a bit of a pain in the ass.
Well, there's nothing better than practical usage of the German language, so get your ass over here.
Yeah, explain that to my parents' bank account.
Irgend so ein Typ, den niemand kennt, der muss ja lol. Diese YouTube-Namen heutzutage.
Alright.
I should tell you that you should show us the new weather effects.
Alright.
Like,
I think you can change that in the test drives, actually.
I don't know. Time to find out.
The sounds, by the way, guys, in general are much improved, although I will probably still stick with Epic Thunder, personally. That's just me. Oh, in here. See if I can do it with Leopard 2. Yep. So let's do day, then weather. Let's do the incessant rain. That's new.
Does the collapsed star still exist? Oh, you mean the atomic sun?
And there was much rejoicing.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure a collapsed star is called a black hole. Oh yeah, look at this, guys.
No problem, mate. So. Tequila, Rum
Nach der Toten
oh,
Mode.
oder
Ja,
ein
eben
Whisky?
nach
Was
der
meint ihr,
Toten.
Jungs? The fuck? That's dark. Gib thermal size.
Yeah,
Pretty
good.
much. Okay, I'm going to grab whiskey.
You do that.
And there was much rejoicing.
Whether effects work on lower graphics cards or will it push people with good graphics cards? I mean, I'm running a GTX 1060 on mine, and I've capped my FPS, but I've cranked up all the graphics to the max. I'm getting over 60 FPS. Beforehand, I was lucky to get I was lucky to get over 100. So, if I turn on the VSync, if I turn off the VSync, I may do that actually, and then I'll just restart the client here. So the screen will go black here for a second. I'm gonna turn off VSync and see the kind of FPS I'm getting. So.
Oh yeah, because you're limited, right?
Start back up here in a moment.
Der gute alte Single Malt. Oh, Kevin V. Yeah, we're working on it. In time, he will make an entire review of a tank in German.
Don't expect it anytime soon. Okay.
You can bet your ass on that.
The VSync should be off at this point. So let's do. What was it called? Or what time of day was it? Afternoon.
What?
So let's say Say 3 o'clock.
Ach, geh
Ja.
mir weg mit Jägermeister, bitte, danke. Pennerglück brauche ich nicht.
You see the new SPAA radar? Yeah, if I can get into a battle, I'll see if I can show it off to people. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be many people playing aircraft.
Miles, your very first German Unicorn episode will be a revisit on the A1A1.
Yeah, we'll talk about it then. Yeah, I'm getting about 80 frames per second on maximum settings
That's
with a
cute.
GTX 1060. It's jumping between about 70 to 90 frames. Is APDS better? Yeah, it's been buffed. So, if I can get it. Oh, we'll penetrate this angle. Oh, well, that's the track.
I think they haven't even touched slope modifiers. They fixed like the ballistics of the rounds. Or they wanted to fix them because I don't see any difference.
I don't notice really any difference either.
Yeah, post-pen effect on APS is still shit in my opinion.
It's not great, no. I mean, it seems to be working alright. I know the Chieftain's APDS definitely got buffed.
Yeah. But that's just a joke. If you compare the post-pen effect of APDS to APFSDS, it's just
Oh, it's
what a
no
fucking
contest.
joke.
I mean, there's no real reason to take APDS over APFSDS at all.
Yeah.
Just in general. Hash has not been touched at all, and they never said they would. Hash is still shit as it has been. Although DM23 appears to be able to punch through the turret of it without a problem.
Yeah, it was able to.
APCR better? I don't know. That's actually worth testing, I think. I had not gotten around to testing that.
Does the Twitch chat also show GIF images?
I think it does, yeah. If a moderator posts it, it should show it. Yeah. There's nothing but salt.
Yeah. It literally all the threads right now on the devs on the forums right now.
As much as I've been slamming Gaijin for this patch, and I will continue to on the dev server, if it gets fixed before the patch comes out, then all is forgiven. As far as those mistakes are concerned.
Hey, Panther AI, are you there? Sup, mate? Yeah, it's me.
Sound request working? No, I've turned it off for now. People want to hear the new sounds, not people's shitty taste in music.
So basically, your shitty taste in music.
My taste in music seems to be quite popular.
Well, then you're lost.
What have they done to our Abrams? I mean, nothing that I didn't expect them to do, really. Get the armor values wrong. At least it'll, I don't think the T-64A will be able to penetrate the turret. Even with the upgraded ammo.
Panther? Here's a document on the Challenger. I'm still prohibited from posting on the forums. Because I think one of the other ones just overreacted, because that was really not worth a 2-week ban. So I will send you something.
90mm APCR penetrated the front of a Panther.
That's the manual. Yeah, I know. That's the manual for the Challenger about the firing system, and there are the shells listed that it uses. So maybe you guys want to sort out the L15A3, or maybe you can do a bug report, because yeah, well, I still can't post.
This 120mm APCR? Yeah, we'll get to it. But that's encouraging. The 90mm APCR punched through the front of a Panther.
Wait, what?
Yeah, punched through the upper front.
Without bouncing? Heresy.
I mean, well, it's not. Doesn't seem to be able to penetrate the front of a Tiger II, but you know how guys is.
Shoot the driver the radio MG pod.
Yeah, I'll shoot that next.
So German guys getting banned from the forums that sound like racism. Ah, nah.
No, that's just every day.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily just Germans. I mean, they threatened to ban me. So yeah, they claim on the forums that they are open to criticism, but they really are not.
The problem was,
that's why Reddit
it
exists.
wasn't. I got the ban on the. Yeah, I got the 2-week ban on the 1.7 rumor roundup, where somebody claimed that the Mauses were basically finished, and one of them were transported to Berlin to help in its defense. And I was like, I basically posted this picture as an answer. Wait a sec, where is it?
Pull up the Magok 3 here.
I basically posted this picture, and apparently forum moderator thought I was starting a flame war, even though I just wanted to know his fucking source. But yeah, well, that picture plus where's your source is apparently starting flame war for that. So yeah, well, 2 weeks of ban and 1 warning point. The usual forums, so I'm fine with that.
What do you think is the chance they will fix the problem before the patch drops? Well, if it's gonna drop this week, they don't exactly have a lot of time. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to work overtime.
They better not drop it this week.
Yeah,
because
like
it's
with
far
the
from ready.
the amount of problems that this dev server has as far as statistics go. Yeah. If they drop it this week, it will not be ready in time. If they drop it next week, maybe. Just maybe. But even then, I doubt that will fix everything in time. They would, like, in my opinion, they would probably need at least another 2 weeks to fix everything. And I would be perfectly fine with waiting another 2 weeks if it meant that they actually fixed what they meant to. By the way, guys, the Magok 3, from what I can tell, overall, it's No, I don't think it would be a bad purchase. Especially with APDS buffs.
More memes for the meme god.
Malredek? Malredek? 25? Thanks for the resub for 5 months, man. Appreciate your support. Is the Magok? The Magok does not have a stabilizer, by the way, guys. No stabilizer for the Magok. For Magok. I know all the Israelis and all the Hebrew-speaking members out there are probably cringing.
Cringing.
You'd think for half my family being Jewish, I would actually know some Hebrew. The fact of the matter is, I have no idea.
Wait, you're part Jewish?
Yeah. You never fucking knew this?
Be right back. I'm building some camps.
Hans, it's a Luga. No Heat FS? No, it does get Heat FS, but this is stock. So. I'm test driving it. Because I don't own it. Immediately unsubscribe, 7 follows. Yeah. So yeah, let me pull it up. So yeah, it does get Hesh, Heat FS, and Smoke.
I just received an email. Many miles away, started streaming on Twitch.
Gee.
Thank you. Kinda late.
I've only been streaming for what, an hour and 42 minutes?
Shh.
Has the Abrams had it yet?
No,
Yes. But yeah, Magok, not a bad purchase. What is a bad purchase is the AMX-30. Guys, don't buy this thing. You're only going to hate yourself. Just don't. Save your cash. And I would say don't buy this thing until the heat gets upgraded. Or until the heat damage gets buffed. Probably won't be anytime soon.
Hans get the Cyclone B. Funny story. I have like a neighbor which is into World War II militaria, and he actually has some presumably empty cans of Cyclone B in like small wooden containers. So.
Axel, we need to talk.
Yeah, I know. They're just some people, right?
Yeah. Presumably, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Presumably.
Yeah, guys, don't buy this tank. Do not buy the premium AMX-30. I'll probably still end up getting my hands on it to just show how bad it is, but don't buy it.
The problem is, it has the same battle rating as the 1972 version, and I played it a lot recently with Pixie, and it is a good tank, yeah. Even though the heat shell sucks and stuff like that, but the only thing worth playing that this tank, in my opinion, is the 20mm coax, which you can use to disintegrate like objects or shooting down aircraft, which are just flying straight into a head-on with you. But that funny feature is just missing on the premium, so I don't know. Where
Alright.
is my YouTube? Oh, there it is.
Let's see. So yeah. His armor in game is trash. It's not terrible. Even if the armor values on the Abrams are wrong, it's not a terrible tank. And the armor values on it are not disastrous by any means. They're wrong, but they're not disastrous. As far as the chemical energy, as far as stopping ship charge rounds are concerned, the Abrams is more than capable. It's just fine in that respect. Where it will start to have problems is kinetic energy. But even then, that's not doesn't necessarily mean that it's guaranteed to go off. So, also the whatever it's called, the ammo racks in the back, the blowout panels are modeled. When you shoot at an Abrams and if you penetrate the rear of the turret, the ammo racks explode, and there's a huge like fireball that comes out the top of the tank, but the tank doesn't die. Just lose. I'm pretty sure you just lose almost all your ammunition. Challenger 1's ammunition locations and turret. Sure. Also, I apologize if I can't read every single request that's going out right now, and I still need to test that other thing on the T-34. So here's where the ammunition is stowed on the Challenger 1. You can see it's kind of all over the place. As far as I know, the Challenger 1 does not have a blowout panel ammo rack. And you can see there is no armor on the lower plate. There's no composite armor there, and the lower plate is only 70 millimeters thick. You can penetrate this tank from the front with like a Panzer IV F2 in the lower
Black
plate.
Chicken Bites is also here. Ray.
Hey, Chicken Bites, how you doing, man? Testing, just 1,000 kilogram bomb next to it. The T-64B, the Leo K, and the Chally all died, save for the M1, which had its panels blow. Oh.
What?
Panther. Those blowout panels on the Abrams apparently will save your bacon when getting bombed.
Lol.
T-64B, Leo 2K, and Challenger all died. M1 Abrams survived. But only because its ammunition blowout panels went off.
Little.
Also, you guys can see here the armor. There's a big old ERA, or not ERA, composite armor hole right where the driver's hatch is, or right where the driver's viewport is. So with only 60 millimeters of armor. So yeah.
Speed, I'm never proud of you. You're disgraceful.
There you guys go. Oh, also, something else that I'm sure a lot of people have never had occur to them. Yeah. Has anybody ever considered the parallax? Actually, the parallax isn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be.
The parallax on the M1 is hot. Yeah, because the tox on the side is not the gunner's side. It's basically the side right below the commander's MG for the Challenger 1. You have to check the M1 ballistics though in simulator, because the round actually never converges with your crosshair.
Really? In Sim?
Yeah. In sim, yeah. I even made screenshots of it. It's
Challenger or the
ridiculous.
M1?
The M1. The Challenger is fine.
let's go check. London Gordon, I've already done the A1 with the new APF SDS. It's good.
A1, A1. Yeah, even though I find the costs or the price of the
Oh
shuttle.
god, yeah, you're right. What the fuck? Whoa. Okay, guys. All right. Let's find a. So, watch the tracer. That tracer is nowhere near the site. What the fuck?
It converges like at 2 kilometers or something like that. It's complete bullshit.
What the fuck, Gaijin?
That's
what are you doing?
That's why we need historical sites already, or at least correction of the optics. But yeah. What do I know?
Well, even then, I don't think then hippie. I don't think that that the ERA on the Brennus will stop the Leopard 2K CFS rounds. I don't think it will.
The Brennus era ERA blocks added 400 millimeters of armor protection.
Yeah, probably not.
To the Brennus. So I don't know if you have like 250 millimeters upper front plate, you might be able to stop it.
But on the EMX30B2, that's not going to happen. unless they only hit the ERA.
You will be safe from ATGMs though. And if modeled correctly, the ERA blocks cannot be damaged by large caliber machine gun or machine cannon fire. So you can shoot with 30 millimeters on them and it would do jack shit. I know because I made a fucking suggestion on the forums. The Brennus ERA kit was later fitted to M60 A1 Rise Passive and M60 A3 models used by different countries than the US.
Tested the M60 turrets? No, not yet. What is that ammo icon in the Abrams? After you fire a shot? That is the loader refilling the ready rack. That is a new feature that has been added. This thing down right here, that just means that the loader is taking ammunition from elsewhere in the tank and refilling the ready rack. That's going to be a new feature on pretty much every tank. I don't know if every single tank in this patch is going to get it, but eventually all tanks are, at the very least, are going to be equipped with that. And that can be seen as both a very good thing and a very bad thing. Probably a very bad thing by most people, because that means that your turret ammo racks are pretty much always going to be loaded. By the way, this is a stock M1. I don't have any upgrades for it, because Gaijin did not provide me with the Eagles that they promised they would for the div server, so...
Yeah, well, a dev server on Sundays is kind of surprising.
Yeah, well. itself is good enough. G-Tube Nude? No, the reason why most NATO tanks don't have ERA is because most NATO tanks are supposed to be working in tandem with infantry. And having
Yeah.
having ERA all over your tank when you plan on working with infantry is a hazard to infantry units, because you basically have a bunch of grenades stacked around the front of your tank.
More like shotguns, but yeah.
Yeah. And you're just asking for your infantrymen to get killed by your own tank.
I think that the Russians did that for a time, learned it the hard way, and since then they own all the ERA equipped tanks are in separate tank battalions.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Engine sounds too low. I'll stick with the Epic Thunder. The thing is,
I also have like engine
Well-
sounds turned down.
Yeah,
I
because
believe.
we have most of the new sounds already in the backhand, like the turbine sound for the M1 and stuff like that. We just need to wait until the patch goes live, so we actually have the correct path for the sound to be replaced. So yeah,
I've turned up the
Epic Thunder.
I've turned
yeah.
up the volume all the way in game. You guys can hear.
We will get better sounds when the update is being released. So. Open packs for NATO ERA on the sides. Yeah, which NATO tanks? British did that, and not even they are using those tanks in combination then with infantry, and the US are doing that. And have you seen M1 Abrams stacked together with the Tusk upgrade package with infantry in the Middle East? Because I haven't. So yeah.
Also, Fuzzy Puppy, thank you for the Prime subscription, man. I appreciate it. By the way, if any of y'all happen to have Amazon Prime and you haven't connected your Twitch account to them yet, you can give a free subscription to a streamer of your choice. Cough, cough. Please give me. I'm just kidding.
That's
The
right,
War Thunder for a while, the first thing I come back to is the Abrams. Yeah, well, you came back at just at the right time, or probably the worst time. I don't know. I guess that just depends on your view. All right, I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit because it is blasting my ears on my end. Oof.
Some of the upgrades are nice. I think, the shield for the loader MG. The era on the skirts, not so much. Yeah, I figured that much.
Am I gonna subscribe to that German dude? I don't think Exel has any desire to become a content creator for War Thunder.
No. I stepped away from YouTube a long time ago, and I want to stay away. Thank you very much.
How do you get the dev server? You download the dev server client. So,
Wait, I will post it.
I
Download the
post it in the YouTube chat. I've got Twitch. The patch is quite large.
Oh yeah.
It's upwards of like 6 gigabytes, which for most War Thunder patches is quite big, but that's also because they're implementing
New engine.
their new engine.
Makes the bloody thing wider. Panther, you served on an Abrams, right? If I recall correctly.
What are the real armor values for the XM1? I don't know about the XM1. The armor values for the M1 should be closer, at the very least, to 400 millimeters for kinetic. and anywhere between 400 millimeters to 600 to 700 millimeters against, or 600 millimeters against kinetic or chemical energy rounds. Just like for the chemical energy, it's too high, I think, and for the kinetic energy, it's far too low. Because right now, the turret front will only penetrate kinetic energy rounds of about 380 millimeters. And here it's about 320. The lower plate, I believe, is even worse. I think it's also 320.
Panther, you were a loader, right? Speedy Death, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Depends. Well, I'd say if you get it like for 15 euros and only interested in the 34, no, forget it. I got it for very cheap money back in the day. And I only played the single player campaign because that's the only thing I'm really interested in. Because, well, let's face it, multiplayer shooter sucks at this point. So yeah.
Oh, several years ago, those are about 90% accurate. Yeah, there's a few small things wrong with them from what I can tell, and from what I've been told. Just found out that you can't retract the gear if you use the rocket booster on the Kika. All. I guess we'll go back through here and take a look at a few other things. Oh yeah, I need to test the M60's turret armor. Exo, get on here.
But I don't wanna.
Oh fucker.
Oh, man, no.
I need you to be a target.
Yeah, what tank?
M60, the first one.
Ah, the first one, okay. Yeah, give sec, kek. I'm drunk and it's like 1:50 in the morning, so fuck you.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the pre-stream here while I set up the custom battle. As much as I love all you guys, I don't want all of you in here. At least not yet. Maybe we'll do a custom battle in a bit. I don't know for sure. Depends on how much time I have.
I'm good with German tanks, but everything else, I still just have to look up like US stuff, UK stuff, but German stuff I'm really confident with information. So. The first M60 you said. Where is it? There it is.
Yeah.
There. Change team.
Oh, I just lost connection to the server.
Speedy Death. So you served on 2A6 as well. GG.
Okay. Excellent. You ready yet?
Huh?
Or are you already in? Are you in the battle?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
On Poland.
I can't join the battle.
You're kidding me, right?
Nope. When I clicked start, the game said lost connection to the server. Fantastic. I love it. I love it.
Come on.
Come back.
Can you just do something right for once? Just once.
Hey, blame Gaijin, not me.
Well, I'm back in the game. Panther AI is testing. He's messaging me in game now. He's stalking me. For fuck's sakes.
Yeah, it looks like
Those
Now I-
forum at those Those forum admins are everywhere.
Okay, well, it looks like that one doesn't work. Fantastic.
So what now?
I guess now I'll just go back through one or two more times and show off all the new stuff, I guess.
No, no,
Because
no, 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 no,
I can't really do anything, because Gaijin's
Just
like...
create a complete new battle. Set a password, stuff like that, etc., etc. PP. Thank you.
Second. Yeah, we'll test it, Hamburger. One sec. I got it. People wanted to see the M60 turret armor changes. You joining, Ixel?
Tapped out. Wait a sec. Why is Cura opening now? For fuck's sakes. Thank you.
There we go. Oh, nope. Okay. Connection to server lost. Fantastic. Okay, apparently Gaijin doesn't want me to do any custom battles. Alright, that's fine. I didn't need to anyway. That's okay. I guess.
Okay, then I can go offline again. Very good.
Well, guys, looks like we're not going to be able to test the M60 turret armor because guy Ghibli Booze does not want to.
No. They said they fixed it, but apparently they haven't, so they need to prevent us from testing
least-
it.
Make more player
Conspiracy
slots. The last one
theories.
is always glitched. You need 3 slots for 2 people. Okay, thank you for the info. We'll try that then. So, Exo, get your ass back on here.
Oh man, why?
I'll fucking slap you.
You're a few miles away.
Slap you with my APDS show.
It's not big enough.
Has driven the Magog 3 yet?
Uh.
Yeah, I already have. It's basically an M48 with an L7.
Okay, my dev server client just crashed.
Lol.
Well, they never stated that they improving client stability on the dev server.
This is true. I see why lots of anti-American propaganda expresses itself as propaganda. Every
What
nation has
anti-America?
What?
Anti-America propaganda?
English.
What?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
No, I would not like to return to the current battle. For fuck's sakes.
Have to create a new one. Chieftain Mark V receive any love like APFSDS? The Chieftain Mark V was never equipped with APFSDS.
That's the Chief in Mark 5-4.
Yeah, the Mark V/4 was equipped with APFSDS. But the Mark V was not. Never was.
Is the map loading for you?
Wanting to play cards against... yeah, it's loading for me.
Thank God.
Alright, so head to the field north of A.
Wait, they are not want you to play Cards Against Humanity. This doesn't end well. We
Well,
will burn in hell if you're playing this game.
Here's the thing. I play Cards Against Humanity every day. It's called War Thunder.
Yeah, well, I play it too. It's called being on the official War Thunder forums.
Yeah.
If you want a place to meet as much retards as you could imagine, yeah, go on the War Thunder forums. 90% of those people are trash, and then there are a bunch of very good, well-informed, and
Yes.
guys which have actual good sources.
Yes, the Leopard A1A1 did get APFSDS this patch. Oh, that's right. I forgot they added puddles.
What?
They added puddles. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, right.
Ow.
Dude, I don't even have a stabilizer.
Fetch! Alright, so stop. Oh, that was the gun barrel.
Oh, you don't say. Ow.
That was the turret ring. Oh, that one passed right through the edge of the gun mantlet. God, that's dropping a lot more than I thought. There's definitely steel there. I don't think it'll stop this though. I may have something that's a little bit too powerful for this. And go back and change.
Got him. I'll see you guys on the Discord. Oh, please no. Am I allowed to hide?
Who?
Didn't someone say the A1 didn't it? Yeah, stop. That's a funny thing. The Leopard 1A1 doesn't have APFSDS. The Leopard 1A1A1 has APFSDS. And we have the 1A1A1 in game because Gacha just missed the first one to put in the name.
Still 127 millimeters growth. Well, I mean, there's been steel added behind the gun mantlet, but I am trying to get something that will face it. It won't just lull pen it.
Lol.
Maybe T-34 100?
It just check other 7.7 tanks, so
Huh? T-34 100 and it's the T-54 47 have the same ammo, so I think that'll be a good test.
no, stop. 1A1 was the first combat improvement, and later there was the 1A1A1. So basically, the first combat improvement of the first combat improvement. Later there was the 1A1A2 and stuff like that. So yeah, we Germans are kind of shitty.
T-55 get any love on the dev server? I don't think there was anything that needed to be changed about the T-55.
Yeah. Well, you could basically pimp that thing into the T-55 AM to whatsoever with the add-on armor and stuff like that, but
Can the Leo 2 heat pen the Abrams? I don't think... Well, yeah, I would imagine it could. It's 650 millimeters, and I think the maximum effective thickness, or the maximum effective armor against chemical energy is exactly 650, so it should be able to. Is there a thing the Leo 2 can't pen? Not in the game currently.
Jaguar 1 and 2. Jaguar 1 was... I think it was still the hot system. With the new optic turret. Which, by the way, my dad built back in the day when he worked at Messerschmitt Bilko Blum. He built basically the optic tower for the Jaguar 1. And the Jaguar 2 was, I think, the replacement of the automatic loading of the ATGMs. And they switched out the complete ATGMs. I think they went with tow later, on later versions. So, yeah, well. Jaguar 1 would be just add-on armor and, well, if we get finally
Abrams needs
different
nerfs.
optic... Huh?
Abrams needs nerfs on ammo, but the ammo is already nerfed. The ammo already doesn't equate to its historical values. There's no reason to nerf it even more. If anything, it should not be using M735. It should be using M833. Or M774 and M833 only.
Ow.
Well, that penetrated through the lower part of the gun mantlet. The unarmored part.
Yeah. My most favorite tank. No captured one. So, you say a German one. Huh. I'd go with the tank I served on. 2A6. Before I left and went to studying. But really I like the Panthers a lot. Especially the Panther G. So
Thoughts on Challenger 1? It's a more maneuverable and upgraded Chieftain. And I like the Chieftain. And it's about what I expected it would be. I don't really have any surprises there. So go ahead and get closer, Axel, so I can not suck and miss the weak spot.
yeah, accidentally hitting the cupola, right?
Oh?
No.
Oh, what are you talking about? Didn't know that the top tiers in War Thunder? They're close, but not quite. For some of them. It depends on which one. Yeah, that one punched straight through the front of the turret. No problem. So yeah.
Through the gun mantlet or what?
Yeah, straight through the gun mantlet. And the extra steel. So yeah. M60 is really no different than what it used to be. You were saying the Challenger would be broken because nothing would pen it head on. Yeah. How soon can we expect Super Unicorn reviews? I would say within the month, definitely. Leopard 2, a bunch of numbers, a what?
The naming of the combat improvements or Kampfwertsteigerung in German, especially for the first Leo, got a little bit out of hand in my opinion at that time. But yeah, well.
Armor on tanks are not complete yet. Turrets for the Abrams and the Challenger have the same frontal protection, for instance. They don't have the same, but I think, Exo, you looked in the files for the Challenger, and you found that the Challenger 1 right now, its turret armor is copied from the Leopard 2A5 model.
Yeah.
So the values on the Challenger's turret are the same as the Leopard 2A5 right now. and a Leopard 2A5 from the April Fool's event. So the armor, the composite armor protection that this thing has is placeholder. This will change. We do know that. As for the hull, I don't know. The lower plate, though, that is historically accurate as far as we can tell. I mean, I told people in the video that the Challenger 1 not going to be the unstoppable monster that everybody else is going to claim it's going to be. And I was right. It's basically just an upgraded Chieftain. That's all it is, guys. It's going to be very well armored, but it's not going to have its... it's not going to be without its faults. I mean, and it's not like you can even angle the tank either to get rid of this weak spot, because by the time you angle it to get rid of it, you're completely exposing the side armor, and the side armor is like 45 millimeters thick. So, yeah, angling isn't even going to be a thing either. Yeah.
No.
As long as you find a good hold down position to snipe from, the Challenger will be a beast. The Challenger will be a fantastic tank. But if you try and play the Challenger like you would play an M1 Abrams, you'll probably not do so well. Or if you try and play this thing like a Leopard 2K, you're not going to do very well. The real question, where's the Challies teapot? I think it's like at the base of the turret ring, but it's not modeled, obviously.
Yeah, that's why it sucks. That's why it sucks, because that additional structural steel armor is missing. We need to do a bug report on that.
In combat, the Challenger would be supported with additional frontal armor. Yeah, the extra ERA on the lower plate. Yeah, it's only ERA against chemical energy rounds, and even then, kinetic energy rounds will still punch right through. The steel that's holding that's holding the ERA is just structural steel. It's not rolled homogeneous armor or cast homogeneous armor. And even if it was, it wouldn't. You would have to make it so thick that it would make the tank ridiculously front heavy. It would really hurt the tank and the suspension by doing that. If you were to make it out of proper armor. And it's not made out of proper armor. It's made out of just a structural plate to hold that ERA on it. So it's like, even if it gets the ERA package on the front, it's not going to change anything. I demand complete crumpets for this toe plate of the challenge. Even if it's added, like it wouldn't change the playstyle of the Challenger. Why don't tank designers use prone positions for the driver to lower the silhouette? They do. Or unless by prone you mean lying on their belly. Because it's ridiculously uncomfortable to sit like that for long periods of time. Also, the body does not handle shock very well in that position. You're putting a lot of pressure on the spinal cord if you do that. So if you hit any sort of bump, or let's say you take off on a ramp or something like that, if you land, there's a good possibility you could break the driver's back if he's laying down on his belly. If he's laying on his back, in the semi-reclined position like they have here, then he's far more likely to be able to take the impact. But yeah, they do. The reason why the Challenger 1 isn't as tall as the Mouse is because the driver is sitting in a semi-reclined position. And guess where they tested that first on? The FV4202. The entire reason for the FV4202 was to test the semi-reclined driver's position. That was the entire reason for this tank. It was never designed to go into service. It was just there to test. To see if that was viable. And the first tank they actually put it on in service was Chieftain. And yeah, you look at the driver, and he's practically laying on his back. Tested the hydropneumatic suspension on the Challenger 1? I don't think it has hydropneumatic suspension, to my knowledge. I think it's equipped with Horseman suspension. Have you counted how many vehicles they've added total? No. I bet you can check it, though. It's on the preliminary patch notes, all the vehicles that were in this patch.
Okay, Captain Nemo. Yeah, right. You were collecting data for Armored Warfare, right? Yeah, you can show me the charts. You can PM me them. PM me on Discord. Show me them. Would be actually interesting to see them.
Yeah, Challenger was never equipped with hydropneumatic suspension. Because well known for selling tanks. Thoughts on HE 177? I don't really have any. I mean, it's cool. I'm not really a plane guy, so I'm a tanker. I think the M1 Abrams will perform. I think it'll be fine once you get the upgraded ammunition. Playing it with M735 could be a problem, though. Especially if you run up against a lot of T-64Bs. But once you get the upgraded ammo for it, I don't think it'll be that much of a problem.
Driver simulator.
Yeah, that's the other thing about Challenger. You're using the same L15A3 APDS as the Chieftain Mark III on this tank. So, although APDS on this tank did get APDS in general got buffed, so it did gain a few more millimeters of penetration. Yeah, the APDS rounds are not as bad as they used to be. Yeah, it's still going to be a painful stock grind, but it's not going to be as painful as it used to be. At least you can penetrate the upper front plate of a T10 now. I don't think you'll be able to penetrate the upper front plate of a T64, though. Even the A variant. Nope. Let's try the turret, though. Nope. It doesn't go into space anymore. No, it's not going to penetrate the T-64, but, or, I mean, unless you shoot the lower plate. And here's the turret top, right? I don't know. Yeah. The lower plate is still unprotected by ERA, so you can still easily penetrate that. Also, rotating the hull on the Challenger, unless you do neutral steer, like that, it's not going to work. Did the M1s weren't... Oh, okay, you're talking to somebody else, though. Please give us regen steering. Now, I should clarify that it's not the entire lower plate that is a giant weak spot. It's mainly the lower part of this lower plate. So basically, where all these hooks are, where all the towing eyelets are, that's basically where you want to hit this thing if you want to bypass the composite armor. If you hit the upper part of it, you'll probably still hit the composite armor. You might still penetrate, but you're still going to hit the extra armor protection. Take a look at the T-64B armor, please. Yeah. We will.
What?
After I get done with the test drive here.
Oh yeah.
No regenerative steering. No.
Hand of Stalin Russian bias. It's already kind of ruined for high BR tier 5 players.
IEDs have existed for centuries. IED, all it stands for is improvised explosive device. That means any device that can be made to explode.
Yeah.
The difference here that we need to consider is that neither the Russians nor NATO were anticipating fighting an insurgency. They were anticipating fighting standing armies. And as a result, all of our equipment was built with that in mind. All the Russian equipment was built with that in mind.
Dude, well, I mean, at the beginning that was right, yeah, but over time it...
Well, over time it obviously changed with with both countries' involvement in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Where both sides were fighting insurgencies. First the Russians, and then the U.S. in Afghanistan, and the U.S. in Iraq. And, so... Looks like you can Hesh the top of the, if you hit the gunner sight on the T-64B with Hesh, you can kill the gunner. But I wouldn't depend on that. That's a pretty small target to hit. You'd be better off shooting at the lower plate with APDS.
Are you sure about that?
If I was John Cena, I'd be definitely sure about that.
Speedy that 77. See ya sometime later.
Too long for the Charlie. Well, my Challenger is stock, and I don't actually own it yet, so I don't have a top end crew on it. I believe the base reload for the Chieftain is also the same speed. Let me check. Oh, that's tank driving. Yeah, it's the same base reload speed as the Chieftain. And and once you upgrade it, it'll be 7.5 seconds with an ace crew. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah,
Are you sure
T64B
about that?
armor. Interestingly enough, there's actually extra structural steel added on the lower plate of the T72B, or the, not the T72, the T64B. I think that's a spade, though. Structural steel, it's not actually armor. Yeah, I'm betting that's a spade. Something, I don't know. Yeah, upper front plate, 480 and 480, according to the dev server. Now, keep in mind, everybody, this can, and I imagine will change to some degree. But who knows? Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, it should have. This has quite a bit more armor than it should have. The armor here should be effective up to 400 millimeters against kinetic energy rounds, and it's 480 here. I don't think there's a single APFSDS round outside of the T64B's ammunition. And even then...
Oh, but if you hit the driver's optic, yeah, you actually can pen it with the shitty heat round on the AMX 30 and one hit kill the T64B.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Upper front plate should be substantially worse than it is.
Well, given the fact that 1984. Wait, let me just check something.
Let me check MX-30's APFSDS. Well, it hasn't changed. The B2 Brennus and the B2 are the same exact tank. It's just that one has APFSDS, one does not. Or one has ERA and one does not.
So okay, basically the German historical equivalent to the T64B from 1984 would be a Leo 2A3, which was issued between December 1984 and December 1985.
Really do not understand why everyone thinks it's OP. We're calling it out as a problem. We don't know if it's going to be completely overpowered, but we're calling it out as a problem because it's wrong. There's no point in introducing a counterpart if the counterpart can't actually counter it. I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose.
Psh, don't tell.
So, if this was 400 millimeters, it would be protected. It would still have decent protection at even at normal combat distance, but it wouldn't be impenetrable. Is what I'm saying. There would be plenty of vehicles capable of actually penetrating this thing at that point, and it wouldn't be a problem.
75 so easy because it doesn't have a stabilizer. That's why it sits at 8.8. I have no idea why it's at 8.3 because I spaded it at 8.7 and it was fine there. But yeah, well, get Gaijin.
The difference between tanks is fucking huge. what's going on about. But yeah, T-64B's armor values right now are just, they're far too strong for what they actually are.
Yeah.
And it's quite disappointing that. Hang on a second. There's an armor hole right there. There's an armor hole. Nice meme.
This is all high quality 3D modeling. Don't you dare finding any um mistakes because Gaijin never does mistakes. So fuck
Yeah, Gaijin never makes mistakes. Y'all know that, guys. Never, ever,
Never
makes
ever.
mistakes. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Oh, that's new. They've got anti-radiation material
Yeah.
on the top of the tank. That's a new thing. I wonder what kind of armor values that has.
All the issues, all the things that are not what are just if you collect at least 3 patches. Point and click. Napalm shush.
So yeah, overall, guys, Gaijin has a lot of work to do. And I think I'll probably cut the stream off here, because, yeah...
Well, so some final words. I think if we would give Gaijin like another 2 weeks, they could probably fix it.
yeah.
But I highly doubt that they will take 2 weeks time. I think they will either release it end of next week and that it will be broken, or somewhere in
If you give them a week, they can probably fix it. They can probably fix most of it. 2 weeks,
yeah.
that will be more than enough. That should be more than enough to fix everything. But if they release it this week, they're not going to be able to fix anything.
Can Gaijin fix it? Yeah. Will they? Of course not.
Yeah.
Nice memes.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath. I'll put it this way, guys: if they don't fix it, then top tier is gonna be pretty much unplayable for quite some time. Or, well, it will be playable, but it won't be fun. Make happy little Soviet accidents.
Oh, I slipped all the real documents. Fall into a paper bin. What?
Sheer, the problem with the mouse issue, the mouse issue is slightly different, I would say, than the current dev server. For one, Gaijin hasn't paid attention to the mouse in how many years? Gaijin, to their credit, have fixed some things. They have.
Really?
I know it's difficult to think, but they have fixed some things. Some things. The question
Give
is
examples, please.
well, the battle ratings, the battle rating for the Carnarvon, and or not the Carnarvon, the battle ratings for the Centurions after years. The M103 was fixed after years.
What fix? They were moved 0.4 upwards, and all the tier boos were crying and bitching on the forums that these tanks are unplayable. Meanwhile, if you play them in simulator, yeah, against T-54s, you have literally no problem killing them.
Give the mouse ERA blocks problem fixed.
Yeah, give the mouse composite armor panels, everything. Sure.
L7 in before. But yeah. If we give them time, hopefully they will fix it. If they don't, people won't. I don't think that people will enjoy playing a tier 6, and I don't think that people will be able to have fun there.
And there was much rejoicing.
Too bad that tier 6 is what Gaijin wants to be everyone playing, because, well, You might spend more Golden Eagles there to
Well,
skip
top 2
through...
tanks generate revenue.
Yeah.
So. The 2 88mm guns and move it to the SPAA line. Jeez. Panther 2 at 6.7 again? No. Panther 2 was not touched, and there was no indication it was going to be touched. Although it isn't at tier 5 anymore, I just noticed.
Which one?
Panther 2. It's tier 4 again.
Oh,
I don't know what's up with that.
why you do this? In my honest opinion, just remove the fucking thing out of the game. Just like the Tiger. If people are still defending the Tiger 2 10.5, yeah. Even Gaijin said in their shooting range where they talked about the history of the Tiger 2 that basically the thing we have in game is complete bullshit and never existed, and it was never planned.
Yes, but but when it was introduced, there was a different standard in the game.
Yeah, because we literally had nothing to fight. What was it? Ice Freeze?
Has it been
At
in
that
tier
time?
5 for quite a freaking while? What? Am I crazy?
What?
Was it moved from tier 5? Beforehand? Oh god, wow, I am losing it.
Wait a second.
I could have sworn it was in tier 5.
I
Okay, alright,
I was thinking the same.
I'll take your word for it. Alright, also I need to test the APCR on the T-34 before we jump off.
This thing has APCR.
God, I am losing it.
Do you? You see me here talking to a German. What do you think?
That's all your fault, Exo.
Of course. Always blame the Germans. Blame
Well,
them
yeah.
for Blame them for invading other countries. Blame them for mass genocide. Oh wait.
At least before 1.71, it was tier 5 for a bit though, like you think. Okay. Load shot! God, that's so cringy.
Since when is this thing tier
Who
4?
the fuck-
Oh, forget it.
Who calls it hypershot?
Yeah, hyper shit.
Game, please.
Is it called hyper shot?
No, it's called high velocity armor piercing. HVAP.
Yeah, and what does the crew says?
Hypershot.
This is where the
Nice
fun begins.
meme game.
This is where the fun begins.
This is when you know you have Russian developers who don't speak English. Or don't speak English very well. I never call it Hypershot IRL? Is that what they would call it in the manuals, Mogai? Because that doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, if that's the case, then whatever. I'm fine with that, but...
Thank you for being the voice of reason. Lol. Rip.
Alright.
So you're
APCR
testing...
test number 1?
Okay.
Nope. APCR buffed my ass.
Because... Back?
Begone, facts! I feel like that's War-Thunder's forum in general. Begone, factual evidence!
Yeah. they introduced with this patch they introduced like squadron squads, hyper shot. Please add railgun. Oh yes, I support. Rest in broken shell.
Begone, factual evidence! Alright. Well, guys, I am exhausted, and I do need to get some food in me. I woke up and realized the dev server was up, and basically started streaming right away. So,
Dude, it's 2:38 a.m. for me, so fuck you.
so in any case, thank you all of you for showing up and witnessing the complete clusterfuck that was this dev server. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I will see all of you later on this week in the next video.
And very important, like, comment, subscribe to this faggot, join his Discord server, and ping him 24/7. You have my permission.
No! Don't!
Yes.
God damn it.
Do
Okay.
it.
If you guys do want to join my Discord server, there is a link that I just posted in the Discord chat. And if you guys have any further questions about this sort of thing, feel free to message me and I can pass it on to the appropriate people. Anyways, I will see all of you next time. This has been Many Miles Away. Keep your tracks checked, keep your binders in place, keep around on the tube, and I will see all of you in the next video.